Manager Sir, respected Principal Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, distinguished faculty, and a bright young learners. It is a moment of exceptional pride for our LPS fraternity to welcome one of our own, Shri Aditya Hriday Upadhyay, LPS Sector I, batch of 2017, who has secured All India rank 154 in the UPSC Civil Services Examination 2025. The alumnus of Lucknow Public School, CP Singh Foundation, has brought immense pride to our institute and the city by clearing the prestigious Union Public Service Commission UPSC Civil Services Examination 2025. Aditya Hriday Upadhyay, an alumnus of the Sector I ground, has proved his consistency by securing All India rank 154. After completing his intermediate in 2017, Aditya pursued his BTech from IIT Roorkee. His ambition to join the administrative service was strong from the very beginning, leading to his prior selection for the IRS and ITS. He has undergone training in the Income Tax Department. This achievement is a direct result of his unwavering determination and rigorous hard work. Sir, your journey from these corridors to the civil services exemplifies what purposeful ambition, rigorous discipline, and the ethos of LPS can achieve. Your presence today honors your alma mater, elevate the aspirations of every student seated here. We are keen to glean insights of your preparation framework, how you structured your study plan, navigated setbacks, managed time, and leveraged the foundational values instilled at LPS. You are a source of inspiration for all of us. I now request our esteemed manager, sir, to kindly grace the stage and felicitate Shri Aditya Hriday Upadhyay, sir, with a token of appreciation on behalf of the entire LPS family. Please join me in extending a warm, resounding welcome to our pride, Shri Aditya Hriday Upadhyay.
Please come. You cannot come from this side. Please join us.
I now have the privilege of inviting Aditya sir to address the gathering and engage with our aspiring young minds.
So, good morning, everyone. Respected manager, sir, um, principal, vice principal, ma'am, principal, ma'am, uh, everyone, teachers here, the staff members, the organizing members, and my dear younger brothers and sisters. Uh, Standing here after almost 9 years, uh, 9 years back, and since class 4th, I was sitting there in many events. So just standing here talking to you, it's a very strange kind of feeling here. I never imagined probably 10 years back I will be standing here after so long talking to you guys. But you know, life takes turns. But it's very emotional for me. I'm feeling very happy at the same time and nostalgic as well. Reminiscing my times there on that side, sitting with my friends, listening to speakers here, trying to learn from them. Maybe sleeping as well sometimes if I was tired. So I'll be empathetic to my younger self here. I'll not try to bore you. From my side, at whatever point you feel you are not able to follow me, you have any question, you can interrupt me freely. You can point out anything. If you don't agree with any point, you can counter that. So, and talking about my journey here, you were seeing I graduated in 2017. From here, I passed out in 2017. From there on, I did my BTech in civil engineering from IIT. And I had decided in almost about third, fourth year that I want to go in civil services, specifically Indian Administrative Service. Hence, I started preparation, and preparation process has been long. I graduated in 2021 from there. This was my fourth attempt at examination. I have got selected 2 times as well. Previously, 2 examinations, I got rank 416, rank 293. So my purpose here is not to divert you in any specific field or say, I would say you also give UPSC, you also give anything. But see, I've been in Indian Institute of Technology, I've qualified this examination. There have been some principles, there have been some qualities that have helped me do this. And also there was something missing in me that I learned over the course of my journey. So I will try to share those things with you and will try my best to deliver if something can be helpful to you, if you can take something out of it and apply it in your specific field. So, first of all, one thing that I find missing in present generation in general as well, and which I also found difficult, was clarity. Often we are stuck up listening to other people or not able to think what is right thing for us. Uh, and you must have heard of one speaker. He's a famous American investor, entrepreneur, Neville Ravikant. He says that the only test of intelligence is to get what you want out of life. And I'll say that life is very big. You do not know what you want to do in life at this moment, or especially in your age. But you can have clarity about how you want to spend your next day, next month, maybe next year. And you need to place yourself in your best position to achieve that. I'll give you an example. Let's say you are sitting here. So one thought process can be, some person has come, he's saying something, probably we can get something out of it, let's listen to him. Second thought process can be, you hear me for about 5 minutes, you say he's not saying anything significant, I all know all of this, maybe I should have a sleep. That is also clarity. But the third thought process, you do not know what is going on, you are staring here and there, probably talking to some people, not adding any value to your present moment. That is not right. That is lack of clarity. So whenever you spend your day here in school, in at home, just try to have clarity whether it is adding any value to your life, both in short term and long term. Like there are some activities like watching TV, hanging out with your friends, they add value to you, but only in short term. In longer term, probably not. So you have to balance both the short term outcomes and the long term outcomes. So, first thing that helped me and I learned over the course of my life is that you need to have clarity about how you want to spend that particular day, particular week, particular year, and place yourself in the best position to get that. Second thing is, often we have clarity. Like you must have clarity. I'm coming here in school. I have to study well. I go back to home. I'll do my homework. I'll do some self study. But then the problem comes up about focus or lack of focus. And I specifically have been guilty of lack of focus at some points in my life, specifically during my first attempt at civil service examination. Because it was COVID year, after graduating out of Roorkee, I was preparing for the examination. I was at home, but was not specifically focused. My mind was diverted. Uh, I was not in a very good space. And when you are not focused, even if you have clarity what you want to do, you will be not able to achieve your goal. Because there is a study which says that your sensory organs, they take input at the rate of almost billion bits per second, but your mind, brain is only able to process at the rate of probably double digit bits per second, about 10 bits per second. So अगर आपके आसपास बहुत कुछ चल रहा है, lot of things are going around you, you are talking to people, you are seeing, uh, today is the trend of reels, shorts. So these things divert your focus, they divert your sensory organs, and you are not able to process things very well. So I would say after gaining clarity in your life, try to maintain focus. And how to maintain focus? I think the best thing that I have found to maintain focus is being accountable to someone about what work I am doing. So it can be anyone, it can be your parents, your teacher, a very good friend of yours, or a mentor in general. Just be accountable to that. Okay, I have gone to school for 5 hours, what I have done today. Okay, I went to a trip, what I have learned out of the trip. Just try to be focused if I'm getting the best out of that. And I was talking about reels, shorts, but technology has a brighter side as well. You can use technology for focus as well. There are various apps, uh, Pomodoro techniques, you must have heard about this. So, using those things to maintain your focus, maintain your thoughts in the right direction. So, you must have heard about Michael Phelps, who set the Olympic record. So, he was not specifically a very focused individual if you look at his biography, but there was one of his coach, Bob Bowman. He held him to very, very high standards, like very high levels of focus. And that helped him to break Olympic record. In my journey as well, whenever I have been in a system here in school, in college with my professors, or while preparing for these examinations, specifically my parents, they have helped me to remain focused, remain free of distractions. So I would say that always try to bring those people in your life who help you to remain focused. So, next thing that comes in my journey, I would say is, and one important quality is failure. You must be saying why failure is a quality. So, you must have heard in various memes and things, you either win or you learn. But I would say that not every kind of failure teaches you something. Suppose you are giving an examination, you don't study anything for it. Come here, give the exam, get poor marks, that failure does not teach you anything. Because that is a lack of effort. That is not failure. I would say real failure comes when you actively want something to happen. You want to get good marks, you want to win a race, you want to win any competition, any drawing competition, any gaming competition as well. You want actively want something to happen. You put your heart and soul into that while preparing for that, and then you are not able to achieve it. I would say that is the real kind of failure, and that is necessary in every person's life. But for that, you have to put effort into it. So for me, in my second attempt at this examination, I got selected. My rank was 416, not very good. I was not getting the service I wanted. What happened was that I had prepared a lot for my maths paper, and I was getting good marks in test series. I was topping the test amongst my friends. I was getting very good marks. But in examination, something happened. I did very silly mistakes, like very elementary level mistakes. If the answer is -4, I wrote 4. Like so, and that brought down my potential score from 300 to 260. And in 40 marks in this exam is a lot. And that day when I came back home, maths is an objective paper. You know, you have done wrong. I checked with answer keys. I had done many mistakes. I was crying. And that day it hurt me. That forced me to introspect. And that made me stronger. Like I knew that even if I try my best, there will be some things that can go wrong. And life is about learning from that, giving your best next time. As it is said in Bhagavad Gita, that you only have actions under your control, not the fruits of those actions. So that actually I learned with that failure in maths examination. And this rank which I have got, that is due to my mathematics paper only. Last year also I got very good marks in mathematics. This also, and that was because of the failure I had. So the real failure is when you actively put your heart and soul into some process. You must have watched Batman. How many of you have watched the Batman movie? Batman Begins. So there is a question there that Batman's father answers it. Why do we fall Bruce? Anyone can tell me the answer? Anyone? Specific answer that he says. The question asked, why do we fall Bruce? Okay. Yes.
So that we can get our
Yes. So when you are at a platform, then only you can fall. So you have to work hard, and then when you fall down, you learn to get up. And life is all about learning to get up every time. And see, if you see my journey, I have improved my rank. First year I got 460, then I got 293. This year I got 154. I have improved my ranks. Some things have gone wrong, no problem. I'll try again. I'll try my best every time. So not always things go to your plan, but the only thing can you do is to give your best. And that is the best lesson I have learned out of my life. So that is one thing I want to tell you.
So there are a few questions that children would like to ask you. So we would be glad if you answer them.
All right, I would just conclude my thoughts in probably 5 minutes. Is it fine? Uh, so I told you clarity, focus, failure. And then concluding my thoughts, I would say one thing, that you are studying here, you are working hard for your exams, but one thing is very important, that around all these studies, around all the noise everywhere, you should always focus on your internal happiness. Like, if you are too involved in life, always thinking about career, always thinking about goals, then you get lost somewhere. So I would say that apart from working hard, apart from maintaining focus, being clear, learning from failures, try to do things which give you internal happiness and not external pleasure. There is a difference between pleasure and happiness. So pleasure is usually short term, but there are some things that give you internal happiness. Spending time with your family is one of those. Pursuing some hobbies, good hobbies like playing sports, writing, sketching. So whatever activities give you internal happiness, never abandon that. Throughout your career, throughout your life, you will be in situations where you'll be in so much pressure. You will say there is no way I should focus on everything, but never get lost in these things. Always do things which give you eternal happiness. And my journey has been long one, but I've been able to proceed from one step to other just because of this, because of being happy internally, being in contact with my loved ones, always trying to pursue my hobbies, which is sports. I like to play cricket, I like to play football, and I have always maintained that throughout my journey. So doing good things, always maintain that. And one last point I would say that uh, so often, especially at school level, we all are in our comfort zone. Uh, and more so after that, this harms us. When you are in graduation or say in your career phase, so always try to push your boundaries. If you like mathematics, say if you have studied mathematics today for 2 hours, you can probably push for one more question a day later. Or say if you like running, then if you're running 100 meters in probably 11, 12 seconds, try to increase or like try to improve your timing by 1 second, 2 or 3, like on the next day. So whenever you are doing something, try to push yourself every day. This habit will help you in like in long term a lot, because often we are stuck up in a comfort zone, and comfort zone is a beautiful place where nothing grows. So always try to push your comfort zone. So these things I've learned throughout my journey, and I'm not saying I'm expert at it. I'm still learning, I'm still trying to be better at it. And if you try to incorporate these things in your life, in whichever field you want to go in, not specifically UPSC, engineering, you can go anywhere, medical, CA, you want to be a sports person, just try to incorporate these things. I believe it will be helpful. And thank you for bearing me for so long, and I apologize if I said anything that probably uh, that was not suited to you, but it was nice talking to you. Thanks for being a very good audience. Thank you.
So my question is, how many hours did you study daily?
At school level or in this?
At school and after that also.
I never had any specific kind of hours that I have to study. It depends. Like if then there is a normal school day, then you are need to complete your homework, revise whatever has been taught in school, probably prepare for the next day. And then I used to devote my time to sports. But say if examination is going on, board is coming, then you need to increase your hours. So it depends upon what is the requirement of that particular time period. But I would say that after coming back from school, if you are able to self-study for 3-4 hours, that is good.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I wanted to ask you that is coaching specifically for to have UPSC or study solution?
For one thing, I can say with very conviction that coaching is not necessary. It can help you, it can be a source of guidance, but it is not necessary. I have not done any dedicated foundation course with any coaching. I got a crash course and some test series as well. And many of my friends who have got top 10 ranks, they have not done any foundation course from any institute. Specifically, rank 3 has got the highest marks in GS. So I would say that guidance is important, mentorship is important. If you have that, then coaching is not necessary.
Sounds what habits a student should develop from now.
I talked about it: clarity, focus, learning from failures, pushing your comfort zone, being happy internally. I think these things you can start from now on. And hard work, like it's obvious, you have to, if you have to achieve something big, you have to work hard. And one thing I would say that specifically, if you reading is a very important habit. So try to read good books, try to read biographies of great people. So reading is a very important habit. If you can, even 15-20 minutes, if you can read something, that is a very good habit to develop, especially from early age.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My question is, what's your favorite book?
I won't say one specific book, but uh, probably that influenced me a lot was Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich.
Actually does.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So my question is that when should UPSC preparation be started?
This is your school time. They want full attention to whatever is taught at school. Devote your time to boards, devote time to hobbies, maintaining good fitness. When you go in college, explore your college life, take part in activities there. From the last year of your college, you can start thinking about UPSC, not before that.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My question is, how to avoid by distractions?
As I said, yes, it is a very important. Thank you for asking this question. I myself often deal with this issue because Twitter, Instagram, like these are very addictive apps. So as I talked about accountability, so be accountable to your parents. Whenever you are sitting, then give your phone to your parents and try to restrict your zone. So if you're using your phone, minimize the amount of apps that you use. Use good productivity apps like Forest or some Pomodoro technique based apps. So try to apply technology in the right way, be accountable to your parents, and minimize your exposure. Limit your number of devices, limit the apps that you are using. And one good thing that I heard from someone that like out of 24 hours, probably you can give half hour as a distraction time. So in that specific half an hour, you can scroll as many reels you want, or you can play video games, anything you want in that half hour. But outside of that hour, focus on productive things. So you can dedicate one waste hour or waste half an hour to your day. That can also.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Good morning, sir.
I'm not. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. My question for you is, did you ever feel that you should go in UPSC?
Yes, specifically in the first attempt, when exam is very big for you, you see 5-6 lakh people are filling the forms, and people are succeeding after 5 years, 6 years. We're able to devote so much time to that. But one thing, as I said, clarity. I always had that I have to do this specific job. I have always wanted to do specific job. So why to give up? One. Second, the people around you, my parents, my friends, they always motivated me. If you should be able to do it, you will be able to do it. So talking to those people helped me. But yes, this thought is very normal and can come, but then the right thing is to introspect and talk to good people around you. This will help.
Good morning, sir. My question from you is, what is the correct way to make notes?
Yes. So, very good question. This is the essence of UPSC examination or anything. Even if you are a working professional, you need to maintain notes of some meetings, some documents. So, the purpose of notes is to have a separate source from the book that you are reading. If you are reading a 100-page book, then the notes should be of max 10 pages. So, first thing, that always make concise notes. Do not copy from the exact statement from the book. Second thing, notes should have all the important points that are in that book. So always try to ensure that every important point is mentioned. Third, and most important, notes should be yours. It should not be copied from somewhere else. It is for your revision. It is for your retention. So always try to maintain notes in a way so that you will be able to learn very easily. It can be mnemonics, it can be short forms, anything, but for your purpose. So concise all the important points and customized to your requirement. So if these three things are in the notes, it is very good.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So my question is, how do we stay motivated throughout the journey and all the failures?
Yeah, very good question. As I said, reading is a very good habit. You can also watch movies. So one thing, if you watch good movies, if you read good books, you will learn from journey of every great person. Be it Messi, Ronaldo in sports life, great leaders, great writers, every Abraham Lincoln, the great political leader, everyone has failed at some stage. And when you read that, when you internalize it, you will yourself get motivated. Okay, they also face the same obstacle. I am also facing the same obstacles. If they did it, if I follow the right process, I'll be able to do it. Secondly, uh, not going after very short-term motivations like those motivation videos, reels, but talking to good people around you, as I said. Your parents, it can be your friend, it can be any person. Just whenever you fail, go talk to them. Just share your thoughts. And one thing I was not able to convey in my address, that, and I suffered from it a lot in school as well. Often we are hesitant in asking our doubts or in taking help from other people. If we are in class, we are hesitant about asking doubts from a teacher, what our classmates will think. Everyone will say, you study a lot, kya faltu question puch rahe ho, everything like that. So there is a Japanese proverb, it says that asking is a one-time shame and not asking is a lifetime shame. So always seek help from people. Be very open to sharing your vulnerabilities, sharing your insecurities to good people around you. They will help you work out that. So I would say that if you want to go ahead in your life, one of the biggest hacks is to you have to learn to take help. You have to learn to ask doubts. And the great people, they are like, they have one very good habit. They always clarify. So this is a thing that you can develop. Share your insecurities, talk to good people, take help from them.
Project 1 years now to prepare for enough.
Current affairs, so are they asking current affairs in board examinations as well? Okay. See, current affairs, the biggest source that comes every day at your home is newspaper. And you don't have to devote hours to read that newspaper. Just glance at the important headlines. I don't think at this particular level, you have to go beyond headlines. One good newspaper. And second thing is any good one online source which updates daily news. You can read about it. So these two things, notes, newspapers plus one compilation. Then there's the money.
So I want to ask that if you suffer any failure in exam, so how to overcome that?
So introspect. What did go wrong from your side? Did you not study well? Did you not practice? Were you under too much stress in the exam? Just introspect what went wrong from your side, and then talk to the person from other side. It can be your teacher, it can be your parents as well. Like what things they are seeing in you that is hindering you from success. So also talk to them as well. So if you maintain this two-way communication within and to the other person, it can help you learn from your failures.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So, how to make a mentality for our success? And so,
Mentality, yes. So mentality is a very broad term, but I would say that one thing, as I told, you always have to try to exceed yourself. Say, if you are studying for 7 hours, and probably you can give half an hour more to yourself. You know you have the capability, it is not hindering your sleep, your hobbies, your diet or your school time. Give that half an hour. Try to always push your boundaries, because when you push your boundaries, then only the real mental strength arises. So I was in the training of this previous service foundation course. So India's hockey player Gurjan Singh, he came to talk to us, and he told us that before they won the bronze at the previous Olympics in Paris, there was a specific mental training for them. And he told that the mental trainer, Patty Upton, he took them to a mountain and tied them all with the ropes. And even a single mistake from any of them, from any of the team member, could have costed them their lives. I'm not saying go to those extremes, but it's about putting yourself in difficult situations. Because when you are in difficult situation, you come out of it, that is when you develop the mental strength. If Virat Kohli, when he chases a score of, in that you must be remembering 2022 T20 World Cup, when India required almost 28 runs of last 8 balls, and he hit 2 sixes. So when you come out of those difficult situations, that is when you develop that mental strength. So push your boundaries and try to, whenever you are in a difficult situation, you are in a difficult period of time, leverage your internal energy and talk to people, come out of it. Whenever you come out stronger. That builds mentality. So it is an iterative process. You don't build mentality in one day.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
So, online classes helpful for studies, education support.
Again, nothing is completely black or white. An online class has its advantages. If you want to study from someone who is residing kilometers away, then the only objective you have is online. But then with online, there also comes very distractions. You might open lecture in one tab and then play games or watch videos in another. Or online classes decreases accountability as well. Say, if you have recorded lectures, then आप बोलोगे हम बाद में देख लेंगे, recorded तो है, तो कुछ डिसएडवांटेजेस भी हैं. बट अगर आप खुद को डिसिप्लिन रख पाते हो, फोकस रख पाते हो कि अगर सुबह 6 से 8 लेक्चर या फिर शाम को 6 से 8 लेक्चर है, इफ आई कैन मेंटेन माय फोकस, इफ आई कैन एवरी डे अटेंड द लाइव लेक्चर and I'm not playing games or watching movies in other tabs, then online class is helpful. But I always say offline always has a bit of advantage because face-to-face communication is very different. So I would say offline class is always better, but with online class, if you can maintain your focus, avoid distractions, and turn up every day, not maintaining backlogs of videos, then online class also helps.
It's a correct.
You're welcome.
Now, I will please request our principal sir come on the stage and enlighten us.
Take his words. And teach him how to click up and make it fun. And good morning, everyone. I hope that each one of you sitting here in the auditorium must be having goosebumps. We have with us this great personality because he has spent years of hard work, years of focus, and he has achieved something which is not something what everyone does. But I believe that we have some of you sitting here who would come after 10 years and stand on the stage and narrate a story of their journey. One thing, Aditya, I just wanted to ask, because we all had a myth some years back that UPSC is something for which children should go for humanities stream. Nowadays, it is heard, like you yourself, you qualified for IIT, you're an IIT pass out, and then you went for UPSC. So, what is it like if some of the students who are sitting here, who are dreaming of cracking the UPSC, which stream they should go for? Because, apart from class 12 students, we have class 10 and some of the 9 students also sitting here. So this would be a huge kind of guidance from your side. Which stream should they go for if they have the dream for cracking UPSC?
So the data shows that the people who have the most success in this examination are engineers, because they are also greater in number. But I would say that maybe humanities has some overlap with the syllabus of this exam. But once you start preparing for this exam, I don't think it matters from which stream you come. You can come from any stream. The topper of this year's examination was a graduate of AIMS Jodhpur from medical stream. The third rank is a commerce graduate. The second rank, I cannot recall, but you can find many engineers also in top 10. So you can be from any stream if you follow the right kind of syllabus, solve previous year questions. Because see, the format of this examination is, the paper is called General Studies. General means every individual who is a graduate, who has sufficient knowledge of word around them, they can give this exam. So you can be from any stream and you can qualify the UPSC CSE exam. every stream has some advantages. Humanities has some overlap with the general studies subject. I coming from math background, I can qualify CSAT easily maybe, and my optional can give me very good score, which it did. So every stream has some advantages and disadvantages, but the data shows that you can be from any stream and you can qualify, not even qualify, you get a top rank in the examination. If you see the successful students in last 10 years, you can find from every background. Medical, humanities not only from say history, sociology, but also from literature subjects as well. So you can be from any stream and you can qualify the examination.
Just one last question, Aditya. Can you just tell us in short about CSAT? Because most of the children, they have heard about CSAT, if they don't have too much knowledge about it. What does CSAT actually contain and what is required to prepare it?
So the full form of CSAT is Civil Services Aptitude Test. So it's basically a test of your aptitude. It checks your critical thinking. So the format is there are around 26, 27 comprehension-based questions. You must be doing comprehension-based questions in your exam. So there is a little bit of difficulty where all the options in the comprehension, they are very similar to each other. So that is one. And secondly, there are some reasoning and mathematical questions, which is called quant. So if you have heard about CAT for admission into IIMs, it is the reasoning and mathematics part is very similar to that. So it basically checks your mathematical capability in limited time. If you can solve those questions in limited time, and if you can understand the comprehension, distinguish between very close options and mark the right option. So it's basically a test of a critical thinking. And if you can practice well, you will be able to clear it. But the only mistake people make in CSAT is that they take it very lightly. And people have a lot of myths that you can, humanities background have a disadvantage in CSAT. I won't say disadvantage, but they are start from a little behind. If they are able to practice for that exam, you will be able to clear it. Because many of my friends who are IIT graduates, they also failed the CSAT exam. So anyone can fail CSAT exam. No specific stream has any disadvantage, but it's just that you have to practice well according to the demands of the exam.
Thank you so much, Aditya. It was really an enlightening session for all the students here. Now, on behalf of the whole LPS family, I would like to thank you, Aditya, that you from time to come here. And of course, I mean, this is not your last visit. This is your school. You will be welcome here every time you want to come. It is not only an organized program every time. Any time where you can find time, you can visit the school, you can go around the corridors, you can visit the class in which you studied, and each time we'll be happy equally to find you here. Thank you so much, Aditya. I want everybody to give him a resounding applause. Thank you.
I also want to thank managers, principals, ma'am, vice principal ma'am for inviting me here. It was really, I felt really happy coming here and talking to you people. I hope my words can help you in some sense, even if it can make a small bit of change. I'll be very grateful, very happy. Thanks a lot for hearing. Thanks a lot, Eric. Thanks to us.
For principal now and vice principal now on stages. I speak there. He is a live example. The 3 Ds. What are the 3 Ds which I keep on talking? Discipline, determination, his dedication. These are the 3 Ds where we see Aditya today. So it's such a great moment for us that he is a live example of whatever LPS has been doing for years. So this is something, a day of great memories for all of us. And he's always welcome at his Nessus school. He's always if whenever you need any help or any guidance, we'll always be in touch with them. He'll be always there. Thank you, Aditya, so much from LPS that you want here today. Thank you, Shorla.